Hello, this is Glenn Nielsen, the financial ref, and I'm here to blow the whistle on your finances. And today I'm going to blow the whistle on taking steps. Take one step at a time. So many times people get overwhelmed. I got all this to do. It's kind of like, think about this. Let's say there's an elephant out there and you're a lion. And you and the rest of your pride have just killed this elephant. How are you going to eat that elephant? You're going to eat it one bite at a time. That's exactly how you control your finances and your money. One step at a time. Take it one bite at a time. When you're getting out of debt, don't worry about all of it. Just worry about that one. Pay that one off. And then you're going to pay the next one off. Now, obviously, you're going to be paying them all at the same time. You're going to be making all your minimum payments, but you're going to really, really focus on that one, the lowest amount that you owe. And then you just pay that one off. Once again, one step at a time. One step at a time. The other thing I think about is March Madness. The NCAA men's basketball tournament. Too many times, these teams think ahead to the championship or to that next round. And that's the last thing that you should be doing. The way these championship teams have won championships is because they took it one step at a time. They worried about the first round. And then they won that game. And then they go to round 2. So now it goes from 64 to 32 teams. Then they win that one. Now they move on to round 3, the Sweet 16. And they win that one because they're only focusing in on one step at a time. Move on to the next round, the Elite 8. Focusing on that, boom, they win that one. Now they go to Final 4. And this is where a lot of times, a lot of teams really, really screw themselves up because now they're thinking ahead and looking ahead to the championship game instead of taking care of business today, right now. Because you can't win a championship game if you lose in the semifinals. I've seen that in high school state championships series. I've seen it in water polo. I've seen it in basketball where the best team that should have won state that year didn't because in the semifinal game, that game just before the state finals, had they won, they were focusing in on and looking ahead to the championship game. Taking one step at a time. For some teams, it's as simple as forget championship. I just want to focus on the first quarter of the first game. So let's focus on that. Win that first quarter. Okay, now we're going to focus on the second quarter and the third quarter and fourth quarter of that very first game in the tournament. And then they win. All right, awesome. Then they move on to the second round. We've seen it this year with the upset of Virginia from UMBC, of all people, University of Maryland, Baltimore County, because they took it one step at a time. The problem in the second round, they were doing okay, but then maybe they didn't take it one step at a time. Maybe they were thinking ahead to, round 3, here we come, Sweet 16. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe they just ran out of gas at the end of that game. But more than likely, they weren't thinking ahead. And Kansas State obviously did. Loyola this year, they're thinking ahead. Well, they're not thinking ahead. Sorry, they're taking it one step at a time. They won the first game. They won the second game. And now they're in the Sweet 16, going to be playing Nevada. And hopefully, they'll move on to the Elite 8. As long, in my opinion, as they focus on just that game and focus on taking that one step at a time. on your road to success, whatever that means for you. Take it one step at a time. Do this one little thing, then the next little thing, then the next little thing. And now I could probably, someone out there is saying to themselves, I don't know if I can do all that. Like I said, do one step at a time. If you're a business owner, try to do 3 things a day to increase your business. Now, some of you may say, oh, there's no way I could do that. Then do one thing. Start with one thing. Do one thing a day to move your business forward. That's my challenge to you. And you can do it. You know you can do one thing. Maybe it's make one phone call. You can do that. Whether it be making one cold call or maybe stop into a business, depending upon what your business model is. But everyone could do one thing a day. And think about this. You do that one thing early in the morning, you got the rest of the day off. If you want. I wouldn't do that myself. I'd just keep going. But once again, I encourage you, on your journey, take one step at a time. And for me anyway, it's not nearly as overwhelming. I will see you at the top.